Well, we've made it. It's day 5. I can't believe it's day 5. It's day 5. We're coming home tomorrow. So we've got one last...
Hey, happy days.
really happy days. We've all got... Well, I've got my shoes off at the moment because my feet are killing. So we mixed it up a little bit for our last day. So Ryan's going to explain why.
Okay, right now we're pretty much in the countryside. I'll give you a beautiful view of where we are. There you go, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, a lot of the time on the streets, I wouldn't necessarily spend it in the city centre, to tell you the truth, because of all the things that you're seeing going on and all the issues and how vulnerable you feel. I pretty much set up camp outside the city and live out in the countryside, maybe set a fire and try to find some peace there, you know. So that's why we're here right now.
It's got its own set of challenges.
Oh yeah. It's definitely got its own set of challenges. You know, when you're living out in the countryside, you're away from food, you're away from people. You need to make sure that you're going to be okay. You need to know how to set fires up. You need to know where to camp up. You need to know that it's going to be cold at night. You need to know where you're going to get that warmth from. You need to be able to keep a fire going. You need to be able to learn, obviously, all your basic camping skills without having to carry a lot of camping stuff. So anyway, it's nicer in the countryside anyway, so it's a good place to finish.
Yeah, and we thought we'd share some of our final thoughts, so I'm just going to pass it over to Simon.
So, it's our last night, and we've just been talking about what we've learnt and what we've thought, and you know, you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about each other, you know, sort of working as a group and in a team, especially when there's times of conflict, you know, because there were some moments with some homeless people were quite difficult to manage, and you know, and you all see things differently, and working through those and chatting about them and discussing how we've dealt with them and what we thought has been interesting, because you just see your own strengths and weaknesses and how you need to work together better. One of the things, and I've said it on one of the other videos, is the biggest problem we see is addiction. You know, it's heroin addiction, crack cocaine, and cheap alcohol like White Lightning, White Cider and all that. Most of the people are doing that. And, you know, my hat goes off to all these people that come around, do these suit runs and help these people, because over the week we've been using these facilities and eating at them. And one of the things I'm going to be looking at doing possibly is going volunteering at, there's one I liked called Barnabas, which was in the city centre. And the vibe that was in there, the culture was in there, and the way the homeless people liked being there, I really liked that particular project. I thought it was really well thought of, well thought through, and there's some good boundaries in there as well. So I'm going to probably take from this a lot, but I'll probably do some volunteering to keep, I suppose, plumbed into this experience that I've had. Because I must say it's been probably one of the... We were talking today, in fact Stuart was saying to me, what's the hardest thing you've ever done? And I was thinking, probably this.
And he's come out of prison. Ministry.
Yeah, and you know, just the constant tiredness, the coldness, the aching in your limbs, my legs, my hips, everything just hurt every single day. We're carrying a bag which is about, I don't know, 2 stone. So your shoulders are aching, your neck is aching, you're going from one centre to another to get something to eat, and then you're kipping down a cold floor. So it's been really, really difficult, but we've learned so much, and it's been a great experience in some ways, but it's been a horrible experience as well. And like Ryan said before, I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it.
Oh, no.
No, I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it because it has been horrible in many ways. But we've learned so much. I'm glad I've done it, but I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it because the mental strength that you have to have and deep and to dig into, you know, it's really tough mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It really pulls you in so many different directions, and the conflict in your mind, the confusion in your mind, and you're picking it all up off the people on the streets as well, the culture there, and it's like a barrage. So I'm glad I've done it. Don't do this at home.
Yeah, no, absolutely.